Attention restoration professionals. Your markup is not your margin. Number one killer of restoration contractors is they don't understand their own numbers. They don't understand how much money is or is not left over at the end of the day. I'm giving a series of pricing take-back courses throughout the United States, and this is a little bit of a preview for you. So I need you to understand something. Your markup is what you add to line items. You add a markup to your total bill. Your margin is what's left over at the end of the day, after job costs and everything else. So if you think that a 10 and 10 markup on your Xactimate estimates is going to give you a 20% margin, you are in for a surprise. Let me break it down for you. Let's do some math. 10 and 10. 10 and 10 is a markup. You take whatever your number is, you add 10% for overhead, 10% for profit. What's that equal? A 16.7% margin. Wait a minute, what? How does that work? Well, it's right here for you. Let's say you have a $1,000 job cost. You put an overhead and profit, your standard overhead and profit of 20% on. Total sale is $1,200 bucks. Well, if you take your $200 profit and divide it by your total sale of $1,200, because you've got $1,000 of hard costs in there, you get 0.166666. That's not enough, is it? Why isn't that enough? I'll tell you why. Your average business overhead, and this varies from business to business, so I'm using an average number, is 20%. That's everything to keep the lights on, everything to keep your business running that you cannot directly job cost, right? Net profit goal, everyone has a goal. I'm going to set our net profit goal at 11% at the end of the year. All net, everything paid, that's take home. Ownership gets 11%. That's all right, right? Well, what's that add up to? 31% margin. You need 31% margin added to all your jobs. This is a margin, not a markup, keep in mind. You need 31% to break even. Just keep the lights on and make it worth staying in business. Well, let me tell you a dirty little secret. Xactimate line items have zero allowance for business overhead or business profit. Listen to me on this one. How much business overhead is in any Xactimate line item? That's a zero. How much of your office staff salary is accounted for in any Xactimate line item? How about insurance, pollution, liability, vehicles, leases, gas, maintenance? Anything that is not directly job costed has zero allowance, 0.0% allowance in any Xactimate line item. So all y'all out there that are, let's say you're subbing out a job. You say, you know what, I'm just going to mark it up. I'm going to make my 20%. Well, you're not making your 20%. You take a sub bid and mark it up 10 and 10, as you're allowed to do in the insurance industry. We'll talk about that a little bit later. You're sitting at 16.6% margin. What's 31 minus 16? You're behind the 8 ball by about 16%, which means you are losing money. You are losing money. So what do you do about it? You change the Xactimate line items. You change your Xactimate price list to better match your business goals. That's what I'm teaching. That's what I think everyone in the restoration industry needs to know. They need to understand that on a deep, deep level so they can do something about it. So they can start making money. Your markup is not your margin. Live it. Learn it. Love it. Hope to see you guys in one of my classes.